We in this motherfucking thing. As you see, we're in a different little time zone right now, different little area. But listen, we're gonna get into this conversation in a second, in a few, because you know what I like to do. One thing I like for people to come in, just chill, groove, vibe in. If you're new, go ahead and like and subscribe to your boy. We're on the road to the top. Now, this conversation we're gonna be going on, obviously, as you see for the title, is 5 types of women who will finesse you. Listen, I had to create this one specifically because a lot of y'all get caught up, and I think it's just gonna be beneficial, especially to know what types of women men can get finessed by, manipulated by. I like the word finesse though, because women be out here finessing this shit. But yeah, we gonna get this thing going. My name is AllStar Izzy. Listen, I'm not here for I don't have too much time tonight, but I made it important that I'm gonna be doing this with y'all. I'm gonna be helping y'all. I'm gonna put this shit out there, so just give me a second. I'm gonna see some folks come in, you know what I mean? Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to your boy. We on the road to motherfucking top. We in this thing, man. Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for taking the time out. We here right now. It's a beautiful fucking Friday night. I'm not gonna take too much of y'all time because it's a Friday night. I know y'all got shit to do. Especially I'm gonna get this game out to you, and I want you to take this with you, alright? So you can apply it and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I had better light in this thing. But anyways, let's do this. We're gonna get into this conversation in a few. You know what I'm saying? My name is AllStar Izzy. Appreciate you guys hitting that like button and subscribing to your boy. We on the road to the top. Okay. Man, that beat is insane, bro. I love that beat so much. We're gonna get this conversation started in about a couple of minutes. I'm gonna give it 2 minutes for some people to come in, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just let some people vibe in, come in, say what's up to your boy. We're gonna be having this game, we're gonna be talking it out. Jazzy, great to see you. What's up? What's happening? How you feeling tonight? Great to see you. 5 types of women who gonna finesse you. We're gonna talk about it. Listen, ladies, do not get offended. You know I come from a great place. Men, we're gonna put you on some type of fucking knowledge tonight. We're gonna talk about some forbidden shit. Really get to the nitty gritty of everything. Cause this women be running game on y'all. It's just what it is, But as long as we can, and I can show y'all what types they are, we can talk about it, going forward. We will be going live tomorrow as well. Again, tonight, I don't have too much time, but I made it important for me to make sure that I go live for you guys tonight because I wanted to. And plus, I appreciate everybody's support. So thank you very much. We're gonna get into it in any second. And then we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk that game. We're gonna spit it. We're gonna speak. I come from a great place when I say this too. For everything about it. Because a lot of people could be exploiting and talking bad about women. But we're not here to talk bad about women. We're here to just shed the light onto certain things. Because we want to make sure that, especially for men moving forward, you guys have knowledge, you guys can see certain things, And even if shit, there's a lot of people who get the game ran on them. And I want to be able to make sure I assist with that shit, Damn, it's lighting though. It look like I'm hella tired. Fuck it, weed ball. All right. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and start it in a second, actually, because I don't have too long. I gotta be somewhere in an hour, so I'm gonna fit, and we're gonna talk about this as much as we can. I'm not gonna rush through it, but we're just gonna be speaking on this shit for real. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just get this thing started. No, let's just do this thing. All right, hold up. All right, just as we said for the title, we're going to be talking about 5 types of women who will finesse you, who will manipulate you. Now, there's a bunch of types, but, through experience, women that I've known to see, women that have done things for me, even when they had, a situation going on, I kind of realized it, just observation, you can see it through movies, through TV shows, you can see it through Twitter, anything. But it's always in real life experiences as well. Especially, for men who like to date their coworkers, a lot of them get manipulated and played, bro. And it's really crazy. But I did, we fresh out the press, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's 100,000% us and what we do. But before I get into the actual types, one thing that I said is that women use sex as a form of manipulation for weak men, right? Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be the act of sex and having sex. It's more about like seducing and, you know, kind of like dangling the carrot in front of the lady and shit like that, kind of just being like this, you know what I mean? Like you can have this if you mess with me, but it's like lingering it on. And I said against weak men because, and I've talked about this previously before, but I was saying that how, Jazz, great to see you again. But this is something that I talked about before a little bit, was that a lot of women love and enjoy men who are above them. Happy Friday, absolutely. You as well. Thank you for stopping by. But who are above them, meaning to say that not in a, it can be superior, but the thing is that he sees above the antics. Women like men, love men, excuse me. They love men who can see through the bullshit, right? Because it's like that quote from Squid Games, like I've played these games before, I've done this before, you know, of course, like that happens. But women run game or they use sex as a form against like weak men or anything like that because they know they're able to use that, or they're not as experienced, or they fall into the greed or lust or whatever it's case too much. They have a lack of self-control, so women can milk that shit from them. And a lot of men fall very short when it comes to sex, when it comes to pussy, when it comes to something like that. And a lot of women know, and a lot of women love men who can see above that, you know. It was it's like a self-disciplined, self-controlled man. When women talk about like, oh, I love a man who can control himself, that's essentially what that means, though. It's the controlling the self part, because you're not easily moved by the sex or the pussy. You know, you're not easily moved by any of that. Thank you, Jazzy. I appreciate you putting that. Yes. If you are new, please like and subscribe to your boy. We on the road to the top. Thank you, everybody, for taking time out. It's a beautiful Friday night. We're going to begin to the conversation of the 5 types of women who will finesse you, manipulate you. You know, it's all of that, okay? Because I need my stars to understand it, right? Now, another thing that I put is that, that's funny. I said women are hungry and they can pick up on weak men all the time, right? Like, you know, listen, women do smell the blood of weak men. You know, they can pick up on weakness anytime. They can smell the weakness. They can hear the weakness. They can see the actions a man makes. It's like, it is like playing chess. Not to say you have to win against your opponent, because your opponent, as in the lady, doesn't know who the man is, right? She's only used to what she's actually knows, or for the people to be. Justin, great to see you. Thank you for coming over here. I appreciate you. But again, a little bit more. It's just that women are hungry. You know, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Like, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat shit. I'm gonna get down to the nitty gritty. There's a lot of broke women out here. You know, not every single woman is broke, but there's a lot of women who have the mentality of, let me see what type of money I can get out of him. Let me see how far I can go. Let me see if he'll be able to pay for my trip. You know what's funny in this? We're about to listen. I'm about to crack some codes with y'all. Please get the likes up if you have not. Thank you for taking your time out. But the thing is, like, you know, women are smart to the point where they can strategize when to get with a man leading up to a holiday, leading up to a birthday, leading up to Valentine's Day, Christmas. You know, like, it's a strategy a lot of women use against weak men. And the thing is that a lot of men don't even realize that this is what's going on, because they could be listening to the words of what she's saying. There's a lot of women who will use weak men, right? And there's always a conversation of like, that's fucked up. Yeah, to an extent, but the thing too is that everybody's going to attract each other regardless. So a weak man will get with a weak woman at that point with that. That's what he is. Darius, great to see you. Thank you for coming by. We got the stars in the building. Thank you for taking time out. Beautiful Friday night. We didn't even start the list yet, but we going to get into it. But that's what I'm saying. Women know what type of weak man it is. And the thing is, too, it's because it's been such a... It's a constant thing. It's literally a trend to be a weak-ass man. Like, it's a trend for that shit. You know, and it's like a lot of guys are weak to their knees about pussy. So... you don't even have to be a weak man per se, But because she's so used to the algorithm of like even social media or whatever, or conversations with people, she could be a really down to earth individual, but she may try to test you. Oh, hey, can we go to a nice restaurant? Can we go to a nice She's trying to test the waters to see what's gonna move you and what she can't do with you. See, women are smart, bro. I will give it to them. These bitches are full of strategy, and they use that strategy and run it on a lot of men. And this is what we're gonna get into this list for. And another thing that I put is that, oh, see, I was even talking about this and I already wrote it down. I forgot about that completely. But it's that's why women love men who can control themselves. It resembles experience, confidence, and he knows my tricks. This is why women need / crave men who are above them. I see beyond your bullshit, right? I see beyond your beauty, your words, your glamour. I see beyond it because I dominate your kind. You see, that's the thing. This is when dominance comes in. Cause yeah, it don't gotta be physically at this point until that time for when y'all get in there and shit. But the dominance actually comes in and seeing beyond the vision of what's in front, right? See, this is what we're blessed for as men. We're able to see beyond things if we want to. Women can see beyond shit too, but we have vision. We're able to see beyond shit. And then this is why women love men that's like this, that can check their bullshit and that see above their bullshit because they're above them games. People who play games get with people who play games, right? The thing is, when it resembles confidence and experience, it's like a mental check, right? It's like a mental dap of, oh, he's been here before. Like, he's done this. He knows what's happening. And I can't get my way with him. I've had women literally tell me, it's so crazy to say too. Like, this is actually wild. But I had women that literally told me, can you just turn your brain off? No, for real though. I've had women be like, can you just turn your brain off? Can you not think? Like, it's intimidating that I can't do nothing. I can't believe I can't get over you. And this is, you see, most guys will hear that and be like, damn, like, what the fuck conversation is this? This is a real honest conversation because I see beyond the bullshit that's going on. And I can call it out. That don't mean be like, oh, you're trying to do this. No. We're not doing that. A simple way of you telling a woman what's going on, you know what you're doing is, this is what, taking lead and taking control. This is what we're doing. Oh, I'm not doing that. It's better if we do it this way. Come on. That's you taking initiative and control. Not to control her, but it's to say that we're doing it my way because this is what I choose. And you're going to love this. I know it. That right there is that mental dap I was telling you. Okay, he knows what he's doing. And it's crazy because some women can take that as a challenge and want to fuck with you because of that. Like, I've had women be like, I just can't, like, I can't believe I can't make you do something. Like, why are you so stubborn? Why are you so stuck in your ways? Or they gonna throw around those words or be like, you're stubborn, you're this, you're a rock, you're unmovable. It's not even none of that. That doesn't say I'm not open to any other shit. It's just to say that, no, I know what you're doing, and I'm not doing that. I know what it is. I get to real honest conversations with ladies, and this is why I can speak on these conversations, why I can bring up these certain types that we're gonna get to in a few. But the thing is that when women know they can be completely honest, like, they leave it on the table. Like, okay, imagine a girl's wearing a wig. She takes the wig off. She's like, she takes the makeup off. She's like, the nails, everything. This is the real me. Okay, finally. Yeah, I've been seeing it the whole time, but now you're revealing who you are, and then they just let it out. They just talk about it. Sneaky ways, real ways, honest ways, crazy ways. It's like a child trying to, manipulate you sometimes. Not to say all women are children, but there can be for sure. But please go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you again, Jazzy. I appreciate you putting this motherfucking messages out. Thank you very much. Shout out to everybody. My name is AllStar Izzy. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if y'all new. We're going to be talking about the 5 types of women who will finesse you. And there's a little bit more that I put is that, last thing before we get into the types, is that it may just be that she wants to dominate him to see him fall. But deep down inside, she's inspired by his dominance and self-control. You see, this crazy because I even forgot I wrote any of that shit down. I don't cap. This is just me, freestyling right here. But it all correlates. Everything's a constellation. But with this part, women can actually love the chase or challenge to want to dominate the man who is not able to be dominated. You know, they're like, oh, I can't dominate him, so I'm gonna low key just kind of be there. Obviously, it's not real. It's weird, and it's kind of like her ego, because she's like, well, I've done it with every other man. What makes him so different? But deep down inside, it could be the challenging on the exterior, and it could be an honest way of being like, well, I do want to dominate him. But the real part is too is that I'm actually inspired by his self-control and confidence. I'm inspired by his dominance. I'm inspired by that. Because not a lot of men or individuals, period, are able to have self-control. They can fall too easy into greed or whatever. Like, just there's some lack. There's something that is always making them chaotic or all over the place, everywhere. But when a man genuinely has self-control and he shows dominance, women are inspired by that. Now, let's go ahead and get to the 5 types. Again, my name is AllStar Izzy. Appreciate you guys being here. All right, for the first one, and this is going to be fun, bro. This is going to be fun. The first one is going to be the calm one, okay? And I put / trying to control perceptions by being seen as understanding. You see, we're not just going to be saying, oh, the 3 or 4, this, that, and the third, the bartender trying to get the tips out of you to just try to be. No, we're going to hit it deep on the nail, okay? We're getting down to the nitty gritty because these are conversations, experiences that has happened. And this one, again, is the calm one, the one who is trying to control perceptions by being seen as understanding. Now, what does that mean, Isaac? That means the woman who is keeping a composed demeanor exterior, right? But her perception is that, you see, I'm calm and you're lashing out or you're out of control, but I'm trying to be calm. So if people see that, I'm telling them I'm calm. Look at him, he's lashing out. But the whole time she's doing that and trying to be composed, so whoever is lashing out, whoever's going a little bit more above and beyond with their words and expression, they look like they're out of control. Whole time she's just composing herself, and she's trying to manipulate the situation by a perception, by looking at the eyes. And I put some things too, like a calm voice, like, oh, you see, why you gotta get like this, or why you gotta do like this, or we don't gotta do all that. Just that kind of conversation with the calmness and the composedness, it's not really real, right? It could be it'll be real with situations for other people, but this is specifically women who will manipulate you and finesse you, okay? They will try to keep a calm composure to make it look like they're not, out of control, right? And try to put the other side to be like, you're out of control because you're loud, you're angry, you're arguing. I'm keeping a calm voice. I'm saying we don't have to fight. We don't have to do this. But it's all an act to get the other person to to act out loud. And what they do also is active listening. So they think that they're listening to the person, but they're not really listening. They're just listening to certain things to spit back at the person back. To use those words against you, basically. Because again, it's all manipulation and it's all perception. And another thing too is countering what you say when it comes to the calm one. That's what I'm saying. Using the words that you say, but also countering that back to you. So being a mirror to things that you're saying, but using it against you to make it look like you're saying this because it's bad. Yeah, listening to respond exactly, just reacting. But that's why I said the calm one. They're trying to seem calm, just to see like I'm gonna be the understanding one because I'm calm and composed. It's all a game anyways. It's all manipulation. It's all being used just to be used to your benefit so I can use this against you. Another thing too is that she's gonna number 4, what I put for the calm one is asking one thing she's done that's been manipulative. So again, like she'll be calm, right? And just be like, okay, name something that I've done that's manipulative though. Name one thing that I did that was like that. Basically throwing off your tracks, okay? So gaslighting you into thinking because you're so emotional. So, okay, first of all, once you become overly emotional and you start to argue, you start to get chaotic with your words, you kind of lash out and shit, you've already lost. And then when she tells you, name one thing I did manipulative, right? You can even say something, or you don't even have to think about it, and you just be like, look at you, you're doing this. She's saying that because you've lost control already. So you're worried about how you feel more than what the actual fact and conversation is about what we're having right now. But because you're out of order, shout out Dub, this is what's gonna be happening. This is the conversation happening. Another thing too is that they will calmly argue with you. They will say small things under to get under your skin because they know that you're going to fall for it, and it's passive aggressive, dog. Listen, that little calm demeanor, that don't mean shit. I've known some women with calm demeanors that have done some of the craziest shit ever that I've ever heard. Thankfully for me, I have nothing ever extreme has ever happened on my end. You know, thankfully, there's been some cases, you know, but it was never no car, no slashing tires, no stalking, no none of that. But these calm ones that most people see, they're actually exactly, it's a false perception. This is what it all comes, because that's a manipulation tactic. Their perception, they think they're calm and quiet and sweet and chill, calm and arguing, calm and just this and that, asking you what have they done, making them seem less of a, like they're not part of the problem. No, those are the types that can basically reel you in thinking they're calm, but they will have some of their wrath is insane. Bitches be slashing. Like, I've known women, bro. I've actually cut some women off when when we conversed about shit, we just start talking and they said some shit like that. I did that shit. Cause I'm not trying to listen, you're not gonna do that with me, but the thing is that I'm not gonna be part of your pattern. Cause if you fucking with me, that shit is dead all the way. Cause this is why I say in the beginning, why women love men who dominate and see beyond a woman. Because I can pierce through your veil. I can pierce through your perception of how you're trying to perceive yourself. But again, it is experience. You can study all you want, but once you're in the game, you gotta see. You can't fold. You can't. Oh, what is this number? Page 5? No. This happens, and it's all a false perception, and it's passive aggressive. And women that's calm and that's cool and that speaks with a calm tone, they will say things that know that it will get under your skin. I've had, man, I've had some people that I've worked with before, and like, they will give me scenarios of conversations, and it'll be things like that happening all the time. And I'm just like, why do you keep falling for it? Why? Because she knows it's gonna get under your skin, and she's gonna keep doing it. Listen, bro, it's fucked up, but women laugh at y'all motherfuckers for this shit, bro. No cap. Women laugh at men who fall for the bullshit that they give. The little, they giggle, they snicker. They're like, yo, this is funny as fuck. No cap. Jazzy also says, women that are calm and cool, fellas run. Don't walk, they crazy. Yes. I met some very cool, calm ones, composed. But that's the thing, like, we can all be calm, cool, and composed, but also there is still humans still experience emotions. So it's not always calm and composed. Sometimes the most calm and composed person can explode at any moment because they be going through with so much shit and thinking that they be going through so much shit, so they try to hide it, and then once that one moment happens, them motherfuckers explode, man or woman. But it's honest. And even going back into the things that women do, exactly, Justin, bro, women be laughing at men, bro. Like, I've talked to women, and I remember, and I'm not saying nobody do this, but I've had women that's like, this is my other days, but this ain't now for sure. But I remember I used to have women cheat or lie to their man, right? And then their man would get upset and be like, oh, like they would pick an argument with them. The man would get upset, and I remember this one woman, she called me. She was like, I picked a fight. I turned my location off. Nothing happened that night, by the way, because I was like, this is not it. It's too weird. Too weird. But anyways, she was like, yeah, he was so mad, and she was laughing at it. She was like, I'm laughing at his ass because look, he's too easy to manipulate. Women laugh at men who are easily manipulated, bro, all the time. It don't matter. I don't give a fuck if y'all been together for 6-7 years. I don't give a fuck if y'all have portraits and them little goddamn film shits. What's it called? Polaroid pictures. That don't matter. Women laugh at men who are easily moved emotionally, bro. They're like, oh, look at this little bitch. My little bitch got it wrapped around. It's crazy, but I told you, I'm going to give it to y'all straight as possible, bro. This is the shit guys deal with all the time, dog. Guys deal with women who are like this. And this is why that whole happy wife, happy life shit exists for a lot of men in their reality. Because this is what they deal with, right? This is their whole thing. Women, man, it's crazy, bro. Women gotta make fucking fake accounts to just talk shit about their man, dog. It's crazy, bro. It's a cold world, but you gotta thrive in this bitch. You know? Just now says true, bro. You had to be in the game to see this type of stuff. Absolutely ain't worth the headache. No, it's not. And that's why this is gonna save a lot of time. If men genuinely listen to the things I say, apply that motherfucker, you guys will be excelling in your life. We can have fun and educate, entertain at the same time, but take everything that I'm saying not with a grain of salt. Listen to everything and apply it all. Keep this in your arsenal of your knowledge. Now, the next one is going to be the aggressive one, okay? I don't think I've ever dealt with aggressive women. I've had women be aggressive about me, but I don't think I've ever dealt with aggressive women. But obviously, this one is a little bit more, it's explanatory. Darius says it ain't worth. Oh, Darius said it. My fault. But yeah, the aggressive one, she's argumentative. She will say hurtful things or do physical things to hurt you, right? Or she will calm. Hold on, let me start with the argumentative and say hurtful things and physical things. Let me tell y'all something, bro. There's a lot of guys getting beat by that bitch, bro. It's fucking crazy. Like, it can. The thing is with aggressive and argumentative women, they think that that's the way to show love. You have to disagree. We gotta yell at each other and then have the sex. We gotta be mad and then do something. It can be even one time she put her hands on a man, but his whole thing is gonna be like, oh, because her past was crazy. She grew up in a crazy ass traumatic household. She only knew aggression in her life, so she hit me. But that's just her way of, trying to get over her past. She couldn't control herself. Do you see these fucking excuses men be having for their fucking minds? I've known men before that literally have got hit by their bitch, bro. And they use those things that I just told you as an excuse. Listen, everybody can come from some type of childhood and shit, but that's your responsibility if you want to have that in your life and continue to evolve or enhance this woman and bring her up into certain parts of your life. We have to be honest with this shit. Even if it doesn't have to be physical. But verbal conversations with saying bullshit and calling you out your name, calling you a bitch, calling you a sucker, calling and saying that's why you ain't shit. That's why you this and that. That's why you insecure. Why are you so insecure about this? Women will throw these shits in your face, bruh. And the one thing I'll give about the aggressive one is that at least she's direct and she's upfront with it. That's the only thing. She just shows she's aggressive. She's not being passive about it, but she shows it. The thing is too, though, it's manipulative when they use that their anger and that the way they physically attack or verbally harm or say shit to you is an excuse from their past. And I think I wrote something about it, and it says, oh, here we go. She will calm down and tell you things like, I was just angry. I can't control myself. Or I didn't mean that. I'm sorry, baby. Let's have makeup sex. Oh my God. You know what's funny? It was like, I forgot when it was, but shout out to King Dre, right? Because I remember he said something that was profound, but he was like, you shouldn't, after like arguing and shit like that, you shouldn't be giving like dick to them. That's rewarding them. You shouldn't reward women with dick because of something like that. And then when he said, I was like, damn, that's a crazy take. Then I understood. Because when motherfuckers get into a crazy ass argument and then they be like, they calm down and then they have that makeup sex, that keeps them tied. See, this is when motherfuckers be like a soul. They be like, yeah, I got a soul tie. Oh, we bonded. What the fuck? No, you guys are just emotionally going at each other and then creating this foundation of that. And you think that that's what keeps you close. Like I said, for the aggressive one, she would just be like, I was just angry. I can't control myself. When has it ever been a thing to keep somebody around who disrespects the fuck out of you? That's not love, bro. That is not love. Oh, but I learned about her and she showed me her ways and she's getting better. We barely even argue. We used to do it all the time. Now it's only twice a week. We're excelling, Isaac. Okay. All right, keep going with the excuses, bro. If you want to be a blind motherfucker, please be blind. Please be deaf in the ears, bro. Just go live your life, man. Some people actually just want that. I'm not gonna cap. Maybe they got a kink for it. I don't know. That's above me though. I'm not gonna cap. Jazzy says women tend to try to control the situation because they believe in divine femininity power and tend to be more brash than the men. Whoa, that is a real thing too. That whole when it comes to women like that, so I shout out to the women who empower themselves, right? But once they try to make it themselves bigger than what the program is, they're just like the men that they try to hate on and point fingers on. You're just the same. You're just using the woman's word for the same action for you to put yourself in a superior position. Listen, you can be divine, feminine, all the things. You can say you're a queen and all that, but listen, if the shit don't align and the actions don't show, you're nothing that you say you are. That goes for men as well, because we talked about that. Aligning with actions and words. That is everything, okay? Terry says, I don't care how they sat there and get a hit. That I don't stand. Better Man United, man. It's crazy. Nah, I don't either. I genuinely don't. I remember even when I was younger, bro. It was like when I was in middle school and I had a girlfriend. And I think we argued and she yelled or raised her voice. And I remember I was like, we're not doing that. I was like, if you yell or raise your voice at me, I'm going to break up with you. I'm in fucking middle school and I'm saying this shit. Beautiful, man. Shout out to me in middle school. I was still a little pussy though. Like we're gonna get into those sim stories in the future, you know, because middle school me, high school me, I'm not gonna cap, bro. I was the AllStar I am right now. No lie. But I did have that rule. I put my foot down, so you're not gonna yell. You may, yeah, but you're not gonna yell. That's crazy. All right, so number 3 are the 5 types of women who will finesse you, manipulate you, make fun of you, laugh behind your back, because, you know, they do that all the time, bro. Like, bro, it's just so funny. It is funny, because they're, like, even if she seems like she's giving you a chance, she may laugh at how easy you are as a man, bro. You're like, oh, yeah, he's so easy. He's too easy, so whatever. Anyways, the 3rd type is going to be the seducer. Woo! Now, this one right here, I swear, there's billions of these right there, right? Now, the seducer is self-explanatory, but it's leading you with endless possibilities. Leading you with a conversation that, hey, this may happen again. You know what? Actually, I think I might want to see you. I might have some time, you know? Or maybe a small glimpse. You know what's crazy is when guys talk about how they fold with eye contact. They be like, oh, that eye contact, I would have folded. You telling me she just gotta look cute and look in your eyes and you're done? This is insane. This is insane, bro. Like, but this is why women pick up on these. You know, women use strategies. They look up how to seduce, how to be seductive, how to be a seducing woman. I've literally had women that for me that seduce them for money to get us like drinks or something, or like for drinks. I've had these things happen. Right, but it's crazy because women pick up on it, bro. They pick up on it, and even if it's not who they truly are, they pick up on a certain type of strategy. Like, bro, like the siren type, they got all these type of seducers, and women pick up on that shit, and they use it as their identity for what they want and what they gotta get. There's gonna be something I'm covering in the future about this lady. She's a female dating coach. And she basically promotes women to make sure that they provide their whole life and shit. And to be a seducer. And I'm going to speak on it. You know, I'm going to put my pointers in there because we're going to bring this to the... Listen, what we do as all-stars, we bring things to the light. What's done in the shadows comes to light. I bring that shit up front and we speak on it. And we're going to talk about that thing. Because it needs to be said and it needs to be talked about. Just like with seducer. The seducer, I think, is the most popular type and most common type of manipulative woman. All women are seducers, right? It can be listen, it can be even Betty that look like a 3 to you. That bitch is a seducer somehow. Okay? Don't ever get it twisted. You can see a woman that does not look good to you. That ugly bitch, you be like, oh, she ugly. I don't fuck with her. Okay. She can still be a seducer though. You never know. Every woman is a seducer somehow. The eyes, the looks, the body, conversation, mental conversations, anything. Women use these things, bro. It's beautiful. Like once you, and I'm not saying to control women, but when women they know that you can see a beyond their shit, they feel comfortable letting the veil go and being like, yeah, I mean, I just do that for fuck of it. I remember I had this lady, this woman I was talking to at one point, and we went to like this event, and she was working the room, she was like talking shit. I was like, this is nice. I love seeing this. But she was like, yeah, I do that so they can give me what I want in this case. And she was like, also, do you want to get something? They offered us something, whatever, a room or some drinks and shit. And she was like, yeah, I just do this. And obviously, you know, people do use certain things, personality to display so they can get what they want. But this is where the honest conversation goes. Ladies, great to see you. Shout out to the ladies at AllStar. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to them, by the way, because tomorrow they will be hosting a dating event. I will be there making sure I'm going to make myself known there as well. You know, it's going to be really cool. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. Thank you for always stopping by and supporting. Thank you. You know, shout out to everybody. Please get the likes up if you have not. We in this motherfucking building. But again, I've had these conversations, right? But this is just when women can get honest when you see beyond it and you pierce the veil. You got to see beyond the bullshit. But again, that's why I said a seducer is a very common type. Seduction happens all the time. See, seducing doesn't even have to be in a sexual way per se. It can be just seducing to get their way, right? Things could be seductive. A way to bribe or get a certain thing can be seducing to get what you want. You know what I mean? Now, another thing that I put is that, oh, well, we talked about this in the beginning, but I'll say it really quickly, is that she will use her pussy as her tactic. Now, not all women, not all seducers, because every seducer can be different. Now, but there are some that will use what they have, you know, in between their legs as a certain form of strategy to get what they want. Yes, the link is right there. Please go hit them and subscribe. You know, we're going to be there tomorrow. Stars will make sure we're known tomorrow. Excuse me. Another thing is, too, with the seducer for the lady, correct, is that she knows how to feed your ego and use your weakness against you. And if she's you like, wait, hold up, what I said right here? Or open up about weakness. Oh, yeah. Okay. If she sees you light up or open up about a weakness, it'll become a strength. I'm going to talk about that really quickly. So let's just say she says something as far as like, she wants to do a certain thing, or she was like, maybe we can do something later tonight. We can smash. And if you light up, if you show like you're excited, if you be like, fuck yeah, or if you kind of like do an action that promotes that, she will see that and use it as her strength or whatever weakness you bring up. You could say, damn, I've been having a hard, difficult day. I just don't feel great. I don't feel confident. When you start opening up about certain things, and again, it's not all women, but with this one specifically, your weakness becomes her strength, and she will use it against you. Seducers they out here, bro, you know? But I already spoke on man time. Now, next one is going to be number 4, right? Because, again, I want to go a little bit longer on these, but I do have somewhere to be tonight, okay? I do got somewhere to be, so we're going to be speaking on this right here. But number 4, number 4 is going to be the sad hoes, okay? Motherfuck. Let me tell y'all something, bro. I'm talking about these types right here. My life sucks. You know what I'm saying? My life sucks. I don't know what to do. You know, like, damn, I can't get rent. I can't pay nothing. I barely get hours. Giving you the whole life story. You know, getting all emo and shit. Listen. Damn. But there's women who will literally be sad and depressed, right? To show that and display it just so they can get something out of you. There's women that I've met before that they will go to bars to get free drinks, but sell a sad story. They will it's basically like using the emotion against you. You can feel some sympathy for her so she can feel some type of way. She feeling sad, she feeling down. But everybody knows her gimmicks and tricks in the bar. But then when new people come in, she sells the dream of, it's just been so hard. Like, you know, my mom, she doesn't want to see me. She kicked me out. I have a hard time and life sucks. Life hurts, man. I just need a drink, but I can't even get a drink because I spent all my money on helping my mom. Just, oh, here, actually, you know what? Here, let me buy you a drink. Hey, Clarissa, can I have a drink, please? What would you like? You would like some tequila margarita? Something strong? Yeah? Can I get a strong margarita, please? Make it a double. Come on, bruh. Trevor, great to see you, but come on, bro. Listen, bruh. Any woman who displays, like seriously displays emotional damage in public, bro, these bitches is trying to get some. Yeah, if you know, you know. Bro, I'm telling you, like, these bitches will use their sadness, a depressed story, to get something out of you. And you got to see, especially if you're somebody who likes to go out, who likes to have a good time. Listen, bro, women run game all the time, especially when you're out in bars, clubs, when you're out in different places. Women will use these things against you. Again, like I said, they test your waters. They want to see, maybe let me see if you'll get us a drink, right? She'll make you feel good so you can get a drink for her. She'll make you feel good, talk a good game. Can you get me a drink? Slip that motherfucker in with that smooth, seductive ass tone. Bro, you better be watching these things too, bro. Women be saying this shit. And see, another way, like, and I've said this before, but to test the waters too with that, just tell her, okay, yeah, you first, and then I'll buy the next round, to see her reaction and see what's going on. If she goes through with it, I don't mind buying it. But at the same time, you're not finna try me. But this is what happens, and this women like that shit because they're like, okay, he knows what's up. But anyways, women will sell a story, okay? Her personality for the night will be sadness, and she's gonna sell that motherfucker, and she's gonna sell it until someone buys into it, and somebody's going to buy into it, especially men. They're gonna be like, damn, you're such a beautiful woman. You shouldn't be sad. Let's get you a drink. Yo, I cannot stand these fucking men out here, bro. These men are dead ass like, you're too beautiful to be sad. Let's get you a drink. Let's go. Come on. No, don't even worry about it. Look, tonight you're going to be happy. Bro, what are we doing? Pierce the veil, bro. See beyond what's happening right now. See, these perspectives is as a star perspective, all-star, penthouse perspective. You gotta see beyond of what's happening. By the way, please get the likes up if you have not liked. I appreciate everyone for taking the time out tonight. It's been an all-star perspectives, all-star lifestyle conversation. We doing this, but again, this is a real one. The sad hoe, the sad stories, the one who's gonna give you the look. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit's happen. I just need some help. I feel so bad, girl. You too bad to be sad. You know, hey, look at me in my eyes. Yeah. Look, smile a little bit. I see the smirk. Yeah, girl, let's get you a drink. What we doing, bro? What's going on, bro? What's happening? You know, if y'all don't got no experience, listen to what the hell I'm telling you, and you're going to be straight, bro. I'm on everything. You will be fine. You will be good. You will glow the fuck up, okay? Because if you're going to be a victim in society, if you're going to be somebody in society itself as a man who doesn't see beyond these manipulations, strategies, and tactics, then it's going to happen. Listen, not all women, but women run game on men, because the thing of the leadership of men running game on women, ghosting them, keeping them like this. So women learn that and be like, oh, this is the game. These are the strategies I'm going to use on this man. I've been hurt before, so I'm going to use this going forward and this shit like that. If you don't know that a lot of women are hungry and want to use weak men for their benefit, and see, a lot of men don't even realize how selfish women are. Listen, but selfish in the aspect of, I'm going to get what I want out of him. I know women who will run men for their pockets. Not even on some rob shit, but on some, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna seduce you, okay? I could get women to do that. Not saying I'm doing it or I'm going to do it, but the thing is that this is just the honest truth of women will run game on weak motherfuckers to get something out of you, bro. You're just a couple of drinks. They're gonna egg you on just to think that you have a chance. But you're just a couple of drinks and just a good time for an hour or two. And some men want to be used. Listen, a lot of men out here in this world, you gotta realize, if you got a kink for that, if you want to be a guy on a leash, do so. All right, this ain't for you, okay? Because there's men who want to be used. Because men, they either have so much low self-esteem, little value to themselves. They're like, God damn, at least I'm getting attention. At least I'm getting some form of attention. So this is why the whole tricking or the looks money thing can get even like further deep into it because they may not even have had experience or a woman's touch or attention like that. So they're like, I can only get attention with this form of use. And you know what? Fuck it, use me. Because of a lack of self-esteem. Because they don't get attention without anything but what they have. You see, and I'm not even trying to diss none of them, but this is how deep it goes within your mind, and how deep it goes inside of yourself to be like, this has become my identity. This is now my life. That's fucked up, bro. And it gets so deep and ingrailed in their minds that a lot of people think that that's what reality is. The masses is that's what reality is. But the reality is, even in that reality, you're only doing that because you think this is the only way you can get a woman's attention, a woman's touch. You can get fucking. You can get some sex. You can get some pussy. You think this is the only way for you to display yourself as a man is to be used for certain things. When women genuinely fuck with you and love you, they don't even want to use you. At the end of the day, the king still gets used. Shout out to Miles Cunningham. But the thing is that they actually look for the best interest of the individual. I want the best for him. I will become a stepping stool for him for whatever he needs to evolve in life. I will help him. Because that's genuine support and love. Not the other shit. That's why when I have conversations with other people, women will do this for me. You sound like, women will be like, yeah. Okay, cool. But have you ever been with a woman that's genuinely wanting to be with you for you as the man, you as a decision maker, you as the characteristics and personality as you display yourself to be? No. So this is why this reality is huge. But again, number 5, and I see these comments I'll get to in a second. Excuse me. Number 5 is gonna be the one who liked you, but you didn't pursue. Now, this one is funny because I put that once she sees you with other women, she becomes a genius. Now, the only reason that this would be a manipulative one, right? Because when women like you and you don't pursue them, or you're like brushing it off, they will see that and be like, any man who wants me, see, this is when the hurt comes to hurt, right? But any man who wants me, I will do the same to what he did to me. Because he didn't pursue me and I feel some type of way, I'm going to use this against any other guy who's going to do it. So it's only because of that became her whole thing. This is why the women take up that seductive traits, the seductive type to be a certain way. They only pick up on these things to be like an identity so they don't get hurt. They want to be somebody who doesn't get hurt so they become something else just to protect their heart, protect themselves again. But here's the thing. It's not even the guy's fault for not pursuing the one he didn't want. If I don't pursue you, then I don't pursue you. But then women can get in their heads. They can get too in their ego. They could feel like, damn, you know what? I'm too bad of a bitch to So then this is what happens. And then that causes the men who wants that woman to get played with, ghosted, all that shit. But it comes a manipulation in the woman who could finesse you, because that's equivalent to a woman who picks up on, I got game and I learned game from the men. I remember I had shows last year, actually, I think so. Shout out to Kira. But I remember she was speaking on like, yeah, I do the same thing men do. I run game just like they run game too. You see, that is child's play. That's not game. That's not the game. That's the child's arena. But that is what that means. They think because this is what happened to them, they learn it. Become this. They boss up in that identity to just protect themselves, to do that to other men so they can feel better about themselves. Crazy. Now, Trevon also says that shit always rubbed me the wrong way when I was younger. But I was just trying to be a good person. He also says, heading back into work, take it easy. Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Shout out to Jazzy for doing that. Yes, the necessity of uncomfortability in pursuit of greatness. You got to understand it's important to have that. Justin always says, I can't believe guys read between the lines of these type of... Yeah, bro, can't read between. It is, but that's the thing. Like, This is why we're here to do it, though. This is why I gotta talk on these topics, and speak on it. And I wish I had a little bit more time. I got about a couple more minutes in me because I do got to go somewhere to be. Exactly. Jazz says that is a game women tend to play games because men allow them to. Exactly. This. You see, what gets so fucking deep into this shit is that it's the women. This is how you know a man's leadership is everything, because they're following his leadership. Even when women don't want to admit that, even her, Jazzy saying this shit is beyond. It's beautiful. But Jazzy has a different mentality than a lot of women anyways. But women play the games and they run game from men because they got hurt because of men's leadership. So it is only the men to blame when it comes to this. You allowed this to happen. You made these things happen and you continue the cycle. You say what I'm saying? You continue this shit. That's how deep a man's leadership goes. Never let anyone tell you different, bro. Never. Even if a woman feels some type of fucking way about that shit. Even a woman be like, oh no, I'm an independent woman, I do this. Okay, but where you learning this from? Even you want to be independent and put yourself out there to be financially wealthy and put your name on there. Where does that stem from? You feel okay, men can have it, why can't women too? That is still leadership in a sense. You're still following what he did, but in your own way. It goes deep. It's deep, bro. It's real, and that's how much power we have as men. We do have the leadership, and women do follow it, even if they rebel, go against certain things. Listen, bro. We allow just as much shit. A lot of men don't realize how much power we have, bro. In our words, in our leadership, and what we do. It's important, bro. It's important. Let me read these comments real quick. Derek says, on God, Justice says, I appreciate your realness, bro. We need more guys to tell like it is, for sure. If they finesse you, you cannot be mad at anyone but you. Exactly. That's what I got a line in one of my songs, basic man for a basic bitch. I believe in that wholeheartedly because I said it for a reason. But the thing is, too, I just want the best for everybody, bro. I ain't gonna cap. This is what I'm here for. Because this is just the realest shit. Like, this is nitty gritty as we can get. But see, even these core conversations of honesty, of diving deep into my actions really do speak. People don't want to see that mirror, bro. People don't want to feel that. They don't want to feel that they had some type of thing to contribute. Yes, you do. And the more you run away from it, the more you run away from your responsibility as a man. And if you do so, then you're just going to be like, you're just the average, bro. And I do wholeheartedly believe in the average versus the AllStars. There is an average type of fucking player in this world. There's mediocre players. People think they know the game, but their game is ran off of trying to finesse and trying to one up and trying to seem, no, bruh. That's all a facade. That is all child's play, bro. You don't have to finesse nothing that doesn't want to even finesse. Or it's like getting a born hyena. The hyena doesn't, of course it knows its instincts to be aggressive, whatever. But then you put the hyena in places to have to be aggressive. Now that becomes a reality. Now this bitch is vicious and violent and shit like this. Bro, be responsible for your fucking actions in this world, man. Be honest, bro. Darius also says, a lot of shit won't be allowed if guys start saying no and off, yes, and not scared to lose her, yes. And a lot of times, a lot of guys allow it because they're afraid to lose her. The need to want to keep her versus keeping themselves, yes. Jazzy also says, fellas, you need to learn your voice has volume and lead the ship. Never let the woman lead the yeah, facts. Most women games based off of weak-ass males. Exactly, bro. And Darius also says, so if you really learn this, you will see this shit before it even happens. Always be 20 steps ahead. Exactly, bro. This is why I said women love men who are better than them. Women love men who are beyond them, who can see above the sea, like put their head over water. I see the shit. Women love that because, sure, she may want to challenge to dominate him, her ego. But deep down inside, women are inspired by a man's dominance and self-control and being able to see the truth of what's happening. Women love men who can see above them, bruh. Not even to belittle women. But that is what man is. It's above. I see. Okay, this is what this is. You don't need to finesse nothing. You don't need to run game on shit. Why run game on something that is already running game on itself? Why be a part of her own shit? You see, this is when women get with AllStars. Damn, this is different. Damn, this is a different playing field. I feel different with you. I can open up. This is nice. That things are speeding fast. Yes, it's happening like that because I don't need to run shit on you. I don't need to do any type of tactics to get nothing because I already know in the presence of me in conversation, it's nothing that's gonna feel forceful. It don't feel like it's a game. We can have fun, of course, tease, flirt, all that. But I'm not gonna be part of your program that you're already programming yourself in. I'm not part of your program that everybody else is doing. I see beyond you. And I see you for you. But it takes you to see you. Woo, boy, I swear that shit get deep, bro. I swear to God. Another bonus one, then I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. But it's going to be the spiritual one. Okay? So, the crystals, astrology, soul ties, rituals, all that shit. Listen, this is a bonus one because I fucked with like spiritual women before. I fucked with women that was heavy in astrology. I myself even enjoyed the like just occult learning. I like different things. I like to just do research and see some certain shit. But here's why I say why women can finesse you with these type of things, right? She could try to, like when they give you a crystal or like astrology, oh, our signs are compatible. See, men picked up on those things too. They try to use astrology to be like, oh, we're compatible. Or I'm into crystals just to get to the fuck. Like, you know, there's a lot of men that do that. But for women are slick too because women do try to manipulate, finesse men, and seduce men to also having sex with them. They can use crystals as a way to be like, let's have a conversation. Or, you know, we're soulmates. Or there's these rituals that I'm doing. And like, I made a video about this. Especially in the Hispanic community. And it can be for all communities, but specifically for the Hispanic community, they get so scared about witchcraft. The thing is that they think that she was doing something with that, he can't be with any other woman in his life anymore. He's like, all I keep thinking about is her. All I keep thinking about is her. I was with this girl, but my dick couldn't get up. I couldn't get with her, bro. Even if there was an act, because there's no disrespect to what people do. But even if they were doing the act of something, it takes your mind. Does she have what you have up here? The only way she can have that is by making you be fearful and having fear of what is to come. Maybe before you guys ever seen each other again, she's like, you're going to remember me for the rest of your life and nobody will ever love you like I do. Slams door. 3 weeks later, I can't get with no other girl. I keep thinking about her. Maybe you think about her because of the bullshit that happened. Maybe you're not over the fact of what just happened. Maybe you feel guilty about certain things that happened. You see, it's all in the mind of trying to control and manipulate you of what is to come in the future, bruh. Real shit. And a little bit more into the spiritual one is that, you know, the whole soul ties and shit, don't believe that. Another thing too, let women have their own shit. Don't worry about soul ties and soul bonds and, you know, connected forever. Listen, you know, we'd had our experience. You may even come up. I may even think about you in 5 years. So I'll be like, oh, this reminds me of somebody. Okay, cool. And then just go about your day. Why does it have to be so important for it? Anyways, women will use those things to seduce and manipulate men to, you know, get something out of them. Or, you know, an excuse to fuck. But it's true. Now, that has been my time. Let's go ahead and get some stars in the chat really quickly because, again, I do have to go. But I appreciate everybody for taking their time out tonight. Again, this has been an all-star conversation. We delve deep into this thing because it's not just about women finessing you. It's about you wanting to be finessed and you finessing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, though. This is a thing a lot of men don't even realize for themselves. Men finesse themselves. That's why you get finessed, bro. And I'm just not only the messenger, But my name is AllStar Izzy. Thank you guys for taking your time out. I want to say thank you to Jazzy. I appreciate you. Thank you to Darius. Thank you to Justin. Thank you to Javon passing by. Thank you to ladies of AllStar. Thank you to everybody that came into this motherfucking thing. Jazzy, I was just blessing the day. If they finesse you, you cannot be mad at anyone but you. Thank you for everybody to the timeout. All the people who viewed in, came out. You know what I'm saying? This has been an AllStar conversation. Thank you again. That has been my time. Until next time, we will be live tomorrow. And we're going to be spitting this motherfucking game. Because guess what? We still head to the top. We got more work to do. And we ain't stopping. Until next time, y'all. Shine in this motherfucker. Have a great night. We out this bitch. Peace.